Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Going for Two. I am Kejuannh Humphreys, and it is officially time, y'all. We had a bunch of football. We still got more football content coming, but with media day, training camp, and preseason starting up today, it's time for the NBA. It's time for basketball to be back, man. As y'all can see by the thumbnail, by the title, and by this jersey I'm wearing right now, we're talking about the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks, this is a team that I am very, very excited to see. I would even dare to say that this is one of the most intriguing teams coming into this NBA season. Why is that? Because this team, this roster, top to bottom, first man to 10th man, first man to 12th man, may be the best constructed team in the NBA. And if the pieces come together the right way, this could be a team that holds up the Larry O'Brien Trophy next summer. Before I dive into what they got coming this year, let's talk about last year and how that led to the team that they have now. Let's talk about February. I want to say it was February 2nd. I don't know. Fact check me in the comment section if that's wrong. Anyways, Luka Doncic, the star, the cornerstone, the future of the NBA and future of the Dallas Mavericks organization, got traded in the middle of the night for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a future first-round pick. A trade that sent shockwaves through the NBA, went down, and it was real. We all thought it was a fake tweet by Shams. We thought Shams got hacked, but it was real. That trade sent Luka to the Lakers and AD and company to the Mavericks. Now, the thing about the Mavericks is, at the time, they had been without Luka for about a little over a month at the time, maybe a month and a half at the time. He was dealing with his calf injured on Christmas Day. And they were playing without him. And they saw how the team, as a team, they played more together, of course. Luka Doncic is a world-class superstar, world-renowned superstar, one of the best players in the NBA. But he's a guy he's got to have the ball in his hands a lot more. And defensively, he's a liability. So we saw the defense increase, the ball movement increase for the Mavericks. And Nico Harrison pulled off the unbelievable and traded away the best player that they've had since Dirk Nowitzki. And everyone was like, wow, okay, AD's cool, but there was Luka Doncic. Then we saw Anthony Davis debut. He was dominating one of the best, probably the best defensive team in the NBA in the Houston Rockets. Dominating them, but he ended up getting hurt. So we saw a Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis duo. We saw that duo and how Anthony Davis looked with his team for about 2.5 quarters. And then we didn't see it the rest of the time because after AD went down, Kyrie went on his run, and then Kyrie tore his ACL, and he was out for the rest of the season. AD came back later in the year, and they ended up getting all the way down to the final play-in game for the 8th seed against the Memphis Grizzlies and lost it. Season's over. Fast forward to the draft lottery. You look at the odds. I think the Mavericks had a 0.7 chance of getting the first overall pick. They got it. And guess what they took? They took the superstar in the making, the future prospect, one of the best prospects we've seen in a long time, Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg got to do. They're going to get Cooper Flagg. So they add Cooper Flagg to a team that's planning to contend this year. And Cooper Flagg he ain't your average rookie. This is a guy that can come in and have an immediate impact, especially if he don't got to be the quote unquote superstar of a team. You just put him around these guys you got in the team, and this could be a legit problem. In free agency, they go and sign D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell's a guy, people don't like him. I'm a D'Angelo Russell fan, but people don't like D'Angelo Russell. But this is a guy that is perfect to be the bridge guard between Kyrie Irving recovering and getting back on the court. D'Angelo Russell played great with Anthony Davis in the Lakers uniform. Now, people don't realize when LeBron was hurt and D'Lo was able to beat D'Lo had some good games. D'Lo played well. I want to say the last full season he played there, he had a near career high in assists, I think. Maybe I'm capping, maybe I'm not. But D'Angelo Russell was a great pickup for this team, along with, the Dennis Smith Jr.'s. And there was another guard they picked up too, but I cannot remember his name at the time. But I look at this roster, man. This is a very scary roster because they still got Derek Lively. They still got Daniel Gafford. They still got P.J. Washington, who just got a bag this summer. They still got Klay Thompson. Of course, they still got Kyrie Irving and still got Anthony Davis. And you're adding in pieces that ain't going to do nothing but help them. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we can expect from them this season. Number one, it all depends on one man, and it's this man. The jersey that I'm wearing right now, it depends on Kyrie Irving. Dealing with an ACL injury. They saying he's way ahead of schedule. I don't know if y'all have seen the clips of training camp. He's running up and down, scrimmaging with the guys. He looks good. He looks like I think he'll be back maybe around December, mid-December-ish. And it's crazy how technology is. ACL injuries usually take, I mean, back in the day, when somebody tore the ACL, depending how it was in the season, you were expecting to miss the entirety of the next season. But you see Kyrie Irving, he looked like he'll be ready to go before Christmas. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to play before Christmas, barring any setbacks. But this is a guy, this is going to be, you know, it's Anthony Davis' team. Anthony Davis is the best player on the team. But Kyrie Irving being the assassin, being the closer, being just the magician that he is going to be important for this team getting to where they want to get to. Like I said, I love D'Angelo Russell. But D'Angelo Russell, as your lead guard in the playoffs, has not been the greatest thing in the world. Even with Anthony Davis, even with LeBron James. But bringing back Kyrie, and then I also believe if this team is playing good before Kyrie gets back, Kyrie's not going to disrupt that. Kyrie's a guy that's played beside several superstars and has thrived beside several superstars that hadn't taken nothing away from them. We've seen him play beside LeBron James. We've seen him play beside Kevin Durant and James Harden. We've seen him play beside Luka Doncic a couple years ago. You know, if there's a guy that Kyrie can defer to, he's going to defer to him. That's just the maturity of his game now. And I think there's a possibility that can't happen. Cooper Flagg too. Cooper Flagg's been big too. I think I talked about it earlier. Cooper Flagg not having to be, you know, the quote unquote rookie of the year. He may still win rookie of the year because he's going to be that good, but not having to be the normal rookie of the year where this is your best player on the team. We're going to focus on developing this player because he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. He's going to have a big role. He's going to have a big impact. His role here is going to be the role of a role player. Because you have an Anthony Davis, you have a Kyrie Irving, you have a D'Angelo Russell, you have all these guys that are going to help set you up to be great. You know? So him coming in, playing elite defense, living above the rim, that is what the Mavericks need. And I don't know if y'all seen, I may be able to add the training camp clips onto this video. We'll see how YouTube does. But in training camp, he was everywhere on the floor. He's able to float around on defense. Anthony Davis and Gafford and Lowry in the paint. He don't got to protect the paint. He can float on defense, provide some help side, but he's probably going to perimeter defensively a lot, and that's a guy that, you know, that's a tough guy to just score on. He's lengthy and he's athletic. The jump shot has to definitely develop, but besides that, I think he's going to be good to go for this Mavericks team. You know, and the thing about Cooper Flagg and the thing about the team is like, it's a question of who's going to start. Do you start Cooper Flagg number one pick? Yes, you do. But you also got Kejuannh over the last season and a half, ever since he's been on the Mavericks, has been a big piece to their success. Defense and shooting and energy and just everything. That's what he's been to the team. And now adding another kind of play like that in Cooper Flagg, I see Cooper Flagg being a Kejuannh type player year one. So you got two really good, serviceable players on your roster now. Really, really good. It's really, really good, man. I'm really excited to see what the Mavericks can do. But the question begs, you know, everybody going to ask this. Can they beat OKC? Can the Dallas Mavericks defeat the defending champions? Can they win the Western Conference? I sit here and say, if everyone's healthy, there's no team in the NBA that the Mavericks can't beat. Because you look at OKC last year. OKC last year, to me, wasn't just head and shoulders above everyone. Styles make fights, y'all. And that we're in the age of the NBA where the best players are not just going to simply just carry their teams to the championship. Because the league is too good. Nikola Jokic was the best player in the world last year. And he lost in 7 games to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Because the Oklahoma City Thunder had a better team. You look at the Eastern Conference. The best player in the Eastern Conference might have been, you know, Giannis. Giannis got bounced in 5 games by the Pacers. And then the Pacers went and beat the team that was at the top of the East all year long in the Cavs. Beat them in, I want to say, 5 games too. Then the Knicks, who had the best player on the floor in Jalen Brunson, they went and beat them in 6 games. And then in a matchup where they were supposed to be heavily outmatched by the Oklahoma City Thunder, they forced that series to 7 games and arguably could have won if Tyrese Halliburton hadn't got hurt. But the league is not about having the best player. It's about having the best team now. And you look at the construction of this Mavericks roster. They have a roster that can compete with anyone. Back to the Oklahoma City Thunder point. There's only one team before the playoffs that beat the Thunder twice. And that team was the Dallas Mavericks. And they did it. Check this. They did it without Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is not playing either one of them games. The Mavericks won twice against them, and there was no Luka Doncic. How? How is this possible? Because the Mavericks have one thing that no other team, maybe the Cavs, have that can match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have the size. That's how they took them out in the playoffs. Back when the Mavericks made the finals, their size, Gafford and Lively dominated the paint. Last year, when they lined up, they pretty much had their way in the paint. And you look at them adding an Anthony Davis, one of the top 5 bigs in this game, if he stays healthy, of course. They're going to be able to match up really well with the Oklahoma City Thunder and with any team in the NBA. They're going to be a matchup really, really well. But it's all about health. Can they get healthy at the right time? Can they get clicking at the right time? Like I said, Kyrie Irving being back in December, mid-December, even early January, is plenty of time for them to get meshed together and acclimated for a playoff run. For a big playoff run. But the NBA is back, y'all. I'm super duper excited. We have more NFL, Falcons, UGA, a bunch of content coming out in the future, man. Preseason starts today. I want to say the Knicks and the Sixers play today, and the Pelicans and somebody else play tomorrow morning in Australia. But we'll talk about that. If something happens, let me know in the comment section how you feel about the Mavericks. Mavericks fans, sound off in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say too, I'm a Hawks fan first. I'm from the A, Hawks fan first, but Kyrie Irving, this is my favorite player of all time. So I'm gonna rock with him. I'm gonna rock with him no matter what. And he one of the coldest jokers of all time. I don't care what y'all say. Should have been top 75. Anyways, going for 2. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share with y'all folks. Going for 2. We out of here. Yeah.